Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Here's Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Here we go.
First carry for the fullback, James Devlin. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 2-yard line.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Here we go.
They'll run with Devlin. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Mike 56. I got one.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's set a tone. Let's set a tone.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold going deep now for Herndon. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
We got this. Over first down 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
First down, Dallas.
Mike. Mike. It's outfield. It's outfield.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So quite a turn of events right there.
Indeed it is. I mean, they thought the worst that could happen was they'd get a field goal attempt to break the tie. Instead, interception, long return, and now the other guys have a great shot to go ahead.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year. Franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
We're scoreless after 1. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, Check Mike 11. Check Mike.
Darnold now to throw. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, 47.
To throw is Prescott. This complete to the tight end, Clay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Mike 5-4. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Hey, check Mike 11. Check that.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking deep for Demarius. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Elliott on 1st down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Prescott to throw this time. The open man is Smith. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Complete to number 18. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Dallas.
Watch my boy. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got Smith here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jets' 28-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the 2 teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Prescott from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Second down and goal. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now it's Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1st down, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
56 is the mic. I got it.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Darnold on 1st down. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. A screen to Bell. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal. Here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold caught here by Griffin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Prescott now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch twist. Watch twist. 46.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Succop for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Again, it's Elliott. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Prescott now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brian Body Calhoun. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll go again with Bell. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Darnold on 3rd down. That is caught. It's Perriman. But he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. That's complete to the fullback, James Devlin. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's the fullback, Devlin. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing, Prescott, and he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, it's caught. Smith. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Again, it's Bell. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them, It's still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Looking for Perriman there, he's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jets, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, The loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Hit beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Hit beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah.